Hey everyone, what is going on? My name is Nicholas Agranzone and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I finally got a haircut. Yo, look at this. I've been feeling good. This video is pretty out of the ordinary for me because if you've been keeping up with my channel, I've been tending to do more cinematic, more interactive kind of videos, and I'm really proud of the content I've been putting out lately, but personally for me, I always love it when creators just put the camera on, talk. So, I figured I'd try it out myself. And if you guys like this style of content, make sure to let me know. But as you can tell from the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about why I left college. Let's just get right into it. In high school, I was known as a student videographer. I always had a camera in my hand. So in senior year, I decided to major in film and television production. And I also did a separate little program called the Broadcast Training Program. My whole plan was to, go to school, get a bachelor's degree, and work for a news station like NBC, ESPN, companies like that. And another important part is I started my photography and video production company, which is what I'm doing right now, called Agranzone Visuals. You guys can check out my website down in the description. So I started Agranzone Visuals when I had just turned 18. I was about a month out of high school. I was going into freshman year of college. I previously did like senior pictures, a few photo shoots, and people were still asking me about photo shoots and even some video work. So I decided to just make a separate account and, start doing that. And it was originally supposed to be a side project, but, obviously, I'll get into that, but it turned out to be so much more than that. So the first semester of college, I don't know why, I found it so difficult to adjust. I saw a lot of people like making connections really early on, and I just didn't really have that. I didn't really have that connection. I didn't really have that experience. Obviously, I made a few friends in the beginning of my freshman year, but I mostly was going home on the weekends, sometimes not even on the weekends. If I didn't have class, I was basically at home, and I would hang out with my friends there. And yeah, my mental health was just at an all-time low. I started to get into a really deep depression in I always had anxiety, but my anxiety was getting a lot worse. Like, if someone was to even like talk to me, I would kind of get like frozen and not know what to do. Second semester though was a lot better. I don't know why. I feel like I was forced out of my comfort zone. I had a good group of friends which were on my floor, and we basically just did the typical college shit, like go to parties. We were living a college life. And I also met my core group of friends, which I'm still friends with today, towards the end of freshman year. So sophomore year was the hardest year I've ever had. The first semester was horrible. I had a core group of friends, like I said, I'm still friends with them to this day, but it was more of a personal battle, and I still felt so alone for some reason. Even though I had people that were there for me, I just felt like, and I have a really bad problem with isolation, but I was basically just isolating myself. I remember I would go to bed at around 9 or 10 p.m. and I wouldn't wake up until like 10 or 11 the next morning. And I did that because I didn't want to literally be awake, because I didn't want to face the day, because I knew once I was awake, the day was starting, and I knew I wasn't happy. And a lot of the classes, even in my major, I just realized were kind of a waste of time for me personally. I just want to add in that I'm not saying college is a waste for everyone. I feel like college is amazing for certain people, and obviously if you want to be a doctor, a teacher, anything in that realm, or even if you want to work for a specific company, college is great, and college is pretty much required for most jobs out there. Sophomore year is when I really started to realize, like, okay, I'm not happy here, and I honestly feel like I'm wasting my time. Now, Agranzone Visuals was starting to build up a lot. My freshman year, it was starting to build up a little bit, but for some reason in sophomore year, I was getting clients like this, and I was like, okay, I'm in college, I hate it here, and it's taking away time from my business, which I love, and I really want to take the time to build it. This is when I was really like, okay, you might want to drop out because my business is doing good. I really want to focus on that, and I feel like I'm wasting not only my money but my time here. What am I gaining from this? Especially since I realized I didn't even want to do like live production anymore. I was starting to fall in love, out of love with it. I just realized that I was pretty much only doing the live production aspect. I mean, I still am kind of interested in it, but I was doing it mostly because I thought that was the only career path that I thought was possible for me, and it just didn't turn out that way. At this point, I'm focusing more on my business than my schooling, which isn't good. That's kind of like what got me to realize, like, wake up. So technically, I didn't drop out, actually. I ended up getting my associate's degree, and I got a separate degree or certificate for that broadcast training program I told you guys in the beginning. You know, I figured since I've already been there 2 years, I might as well, like, have something. You know, not that you necessarily need, like, a plan B, not that you need a degree in general. I mean, like I said, it depends on what you do, but, you know, I figured I've been there for 2 years anyway. I might as well have something to back it up. You know, I don't want to just kind of leave and have all this money wasted when I could have a degree. I feel like everyone, except maybe if you go to a community college, most people go to college to get their bachelor's. Even people in community colleges, most do the first 2 years at a community college and then transfer them over into a state college or whatever university you go to, but I just really couldn't do it anymore. So that's kind of how I made the decision to not drop out, but I decided to leave and get my associates because I really wanted to focus on my business. And I just have faith in myself. You know, I knew that if I really took Agron Zone Visuals seriously, that it would produce amazing results, and luckily it has, and I really hope to expand it and only grow bigger from here. Another thing is I felt like throughout my time in college, I just really felt trapped. And I felt like for me personally, I learn better when I'm experiencing things. And that's kind of what I want to do in this lifetime. You know, a lot of people, you know, would disagree with that and say, you know, you need to learn this, this, and this, and you need to prepare. And I'm not saying don't prepare for anything, but you know, life is very spontaneous when you think of it. Obviously, I could learn more about my craft, and I'm still learning more about my craft. Just because I don't go to college anymore doesn't mean I'm not learning. I'm still reading books. I'm still, you know, researching different aspects of marketing and video production. I'm still researching and learning. I definitely felt like it would be more beneficial to me to experience these things and, you know, learn more actually doing the jobs than just learning about it in a book. That goes for life too. I just really want to make new connections, meet new people. I want to travel around the world, and I know everybody wants to fucking do that, but I feel now that I am confident enough to actually pursue that and put that in action. I just want to try new things and really live life to its fullest potential because we only have one life to live. I just want to live this life and explore as much as I can and explore different career paths as well, which leads me into my next thing. I realize that I don't want to do one thing for the rest of my life, and I feel like we're kind of preconditioned to do that. You know, obviously you could have a minor as well in college, but for me, this was after I dropped out. This is because I had a whole like spiritual, mental, and physical journey. And I realized through that process that I have so many talents. I mean, I don't want to brag or anything. I personally have a lot of talents that I wasn't utilizing because I thought, you know, I have to focus on only this one thing. And while I should put my main focus on Agron Zone Visuals because it's my main source of income right now, I definitely want to do more in this lifetime than just have that company. I want to build multiple businesses. I am really working on my legacy. I feel like I have the power to really change this world and change people's lives. Why should we only do one thing when we have so many other gifts that are, you know, readily available to us? For example, right now, by the time you're watching this, I launched a community page called Visionary Crowd. And what that page is going to be is it's just going to be a place for young artists and entrepreneurs and business owners of that nature to, you know, kind of get a free promo, a free shout out. Because when I was starting out Agron Zone Visuals, I had kind of a rough time, you know, meeting new people, making new connections, or finding other people that were kind of in my space. So I just really want to make that process easier for, you know, people starting out now, or even established people who, you know, just want to make more connections and stuff of that nature. My goal with that is I want to host events. I want to host networking conferences, but that's ahead of the, for now, I just launched the page, and that's just one example of how I want to do other business ventures. You know, obviously I'm doing this, you know, hopefully this gets me somewhere, and I love doing it. I love making videos and being creative, and I love editing, and I love filming, so I'm really trying to put my all into this as well, and I just want to live and create and not be tied down to one thing. So what I want to end this video on is, I'm not saying to drop out of college if you are still in school, but I am saying think with an open mind about this life. I'm saying, you know, what do you really want to do? Because for some people love college, and there's nothing wrong with that, and some people, you know, have to go to college as well, depending on what career path they're going. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just want to open the conversation of, you know, you don't have to go to school. You don't have to do this set plan that we've all been kind of preconditioned to do to be successful in this life. You are in control of your reality. You are in control of your career. You are in control of your life. And with that being said, let me know if you guys like this type of video. I know this is really long, but, you know, it's kind of good to tell my story and get stuff off of my chest. Whether it be if you dropped out of school, if you're a high school senior and you're thinking about not going to school, or even if you're in school or graduated, leave a comment down below and tell people about your experience. I really want to talk to you guys, see what kind of insights you have on this topic, and just really want to learn more about you guys, hear your stories and stuff of that nature. That is the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I got some amazing content coming up. I'm so proud of the content I've been putting out recently, and I can't wait to improve and show you guys what I've been working on. I have so many ideas coming up, and I can't wait to show you guys. And with that being said, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next video, and have a good day.